Tonight, we delve into the shadows of the human mind, exploring the intricate dance between truth and deceit. We unveil the hidden arsenal of psychological tricks detectives employ to catch liars. This is about peeling back the layers of a carefully constructed falsehood. Imagine a world where every flicker of an eye, every hesitant word, could betray a hidden truth. This is the world detectives navigate, a relentless pursuit of clarity in the fog of lies. We are about to expose the secrets they guard so fiercely. Have you ever truly wondered how investigators pierce through elaborate alibis and fabricated stories? How do they discern sincerity from deception when a person's freedom hangs in the balance? Tonight, we promise to illuminate these elusive answers. The truth is often buried deep, guarded by layers of psychological defenses. But there are methods, precise and potent, that can unearth it. Join us as we journey into the subtle art of deception detection. At the heart of every successful investigation lies a profound understanding of human psychology. Detectives are not merely evidence gatherers, they are masters of the mind, keen observers of its complex workings. They know that the brain is both a powerful shield and a vulnerable target. Liars, particularly those under immense pressure, exhibit distinct behavioral anomalies. These are not random quirks, but patterned responses to cognitive overload and emotional distress. Recognizing these subtle deviations is paramount. The cornerstone of deception detection is establishing a baseline. This involves observing an individual's normal behavior when they are relaxed and truthful. Without this crucial reference point, identifying a shift towards deceit becomes infinitely more challenging. Every person possesses a unique behavioral blueprint. Detectives learn to map this blueprint first, meticulously noting their subjects' typical mannerisms and speech patterns. This foundational knowledge then acts as a crucial compass. Only by understanding someone's natural state can a detective truly pinpoint when they deviate from it. This comparative analysis is what allows them to distinguish genuine responses from fabricated ones. It's the difference between hearing words and understanding their true weight. The human body is an involuntary truth teller, constantly broadcasting signals that words often conceal. Detectives are trained to be meticulous observers of these nonverbal cues, deciphering the silent language of deception. Every subtle movement can be a tell. Microexpressions, fleeting facial gestures that last only fractions of a second, are incredibly revealing. They betray genuine emotions that a person consciously tries to suppress. A flash of fear, anger, or disgust can speak volumes. Fidgeting, such as restless hands, shifting weight, or constant leg bouncing, often indicates discomfort or anxiety. It is a physical manifestation of internal turmoil, a nervous energy attempting to escape. Detectives scrutinize these movements closely. A suspect's posture can also offer significant insights. A person attempting to deceive might subconsciously adopt a more closed-off stance, crossing their arms or turning their body away. This defensive posture hints at concealment. Gestures, especially self-touching behaviors like rubbing the neck, touching the nose, or picking at clothes, are frequently associated with stress and discomfort. These seemingly innocuous actions can be powerful indicators of psychological distress. Imagine a suspect avoiding direct eye contact, their gaze flitting nervously around the room. This avoidance often signals discomfort with direct confrontation and a fear of revealing their true thoughts. It's a common, yet potent signal. Consider someone who crosses their arms tightly across their chest during questioning. This isn't always hostility. It can signify a subconscious attempt to create a barrier, to protect themselves from scrutiny. It's a defensive barrier, both physical and psychological. Subtle hand movements like clenching fists under the table or constantly adjusting clothing also provide valuable clues. These small, repetitive actions betray an underlying tension that the individual struggles to control. These are the whispers of deceit. Detectives are taught to watch these subtle signs with unwavering focus. They understand that the body often speaks a truth the mouth refuses to utter. These nonverbal cues form a critical part of the deception puzzle. Beyond what is said, how it is said, and what is not said provides a treasure trove of information. Detectives meticulously analyze speech patterns and verbal cues, listening for inconsistencies and anomalies that betray a lie. Language itself can be a weapon of self-betrayal. The tone of voice can be remarkably telling. A sudden shift to a higher pitch, a strained quality, or an unnaturally monotone delivery often indicates anxiety or an attempt to control emotions. The vocal cord themselves can expose a lie. The pacing of speech also offers critical insights. Liars might speak unusually fast, rushing to get their story out, or conversely, become unnaturally slow and deliberate as they construct their narrative. Both deviations signal distress. Inconsistencies in statements are glaring red flags. Detectives meticulously compare details provided at different times, looking for discrepancies that reveal a fabricated story. A lie struggles to maintain a consistent internal logic. Prolonged pauses, especially before answering a direct question, can suggest the suspect is actively formulating a lie. These are not natural hesitations, but deliberate gaps where a narrative is being invented. The silence itself can be deafening. Vague answers, loaded with qualifiers and lacking specific details, are another common tactic of deception. Liars often avoid commitment to precise facts, preferring ambiguous language to provide an escape route. Specificity is the enemy of deceit. Over-justification, where a person provides excessive details or explanations for a simple question, often points to a desire to appear credible. The sheer volume of information can be an attempt to mask a lack of genuine experience. Too much truth can be a lie. Detectives are trained to listen for these linguistic tells, to dissect the very structure of a suspect's words. They understand that a lie, no matter how well rehearsed, often leaves linguistic fingerprints. The verbal landscape is as revealing as the physical. The interrogation room is a battlefield of wits, where psychological manipulation is deployed with surgical precision. Detectives utilize established methods to break down resistance, encourage confessions, and expose the truth. This is a deliberate, calculated dance. Techniques like the read technique, though controversial, offer a structured approach to interrogation. They involve creating an environment where confessing feels like the most logical or even desirable outcome for the suspect. It's about shaping perception. Building rapport with a suspect is often the first crucial step. A detective might initially act as a sympathetic listener, creating a false sense of trust. This perceived alliance can then be leveraged to encourage disclosure. Trust is a powerful tool. The strategic use of silence is one of the most potent psychological tools. Long, uncomfortable silences can amplify a suspect's anxiety, prompting them to fill the void with information, often revealing details they intended to withhold. Silence can be unbearable. Detectives maintain a calm and calculated demeanor even in the face of provocation or hostility. This composed presence allows them to observe and react without emotion, revealing inconsistencies in a suspect's story without giving away their own thoughts. The steady hand prevails. They present evidence, even circumstantial, in a way that suggests overwhelming knowledge of the crime. This creates an illusion of certainty, leading suspects to believe their deception is already exposed. The perceived weight of evidence can be crushing. By skillfully introducing inconsistencies and contradictions from a suspect's own statements, detectives erode their confidence. They gently but firmly challenge the fabricated narrative, making it increasingly difficult to maintain. The cracks begin to show. These methods are designed to penetrate the psychological defenses of a suspect, to chip away at their resolve until the truth, however painful, emerges. It is a testament to the power of applied psychology in the pursuit of justice. These psychological tricks are not mere theories. They are tools forged in the crucible of countless investigations. Real-life cases, though often anonymized for privacy, consistently demonstrate their effectiveness in bringing criminals to justice. The proof is in the conviction. Consider a case where a suspect vehemently denied involvement, maintaining a calm exterior. But under careful observation, a detective noted persistent throat clearing and subtle, repetitive hand-wringing whenever specific details of the crime were mentioned. These small tells proved vital. Another scenario might involve a suspect whose initial story was detailed but consistent. Yet, when questioned hours later, their tone became flat, their gaze shifted, and they began using vague phrases to describe events they had previously recounted vividly. The narrative faltered under pressure. These subtle shifts, these tiny breaks in composure, are often the threads that detectives pull to unravel an entire web of lies. The truth, like a persistent current, always finds a way to surface, eventually eroding the strongest defenses. Lies are inherently unstable. The ability to discern deception is not exclusive to law enforcement. Viewers can apply similar principles in their everyday lives, sharpening their perception and understanding of human interaction. This knowledge provides a new lens through which to view the world. Start by noticing small inconsistencies in what people say versus what they do. Does their story align with their body language? Is there a subtle disconnect between their words and their emotional state? These observations can be enlightening. Practice observing microexpressions and subtle body language cues in casual settings. At the office, during social gatherings, or even watching interviews, try to spot those fleeting indicators of genuine emotion or discomfort. The world becomes your training ground. Notice when someone over-explains a simple situation or becomes overly defensive about minor details. These can be indicators that they are guarding a larger secret or attempting to conceal something. The effort itself reveals much. By paying closer attention to these behavioral nuances, you can develop a more intuitive understanding of human nature. This knowledge empowers you to navigate personal and professional relationships with greater insight and clarity. It's a skill worth cultivating. We have journeyed deep into the psychological battleground of deception, revealing the intricate methods detectives use to expose lies. From the silent language of microexpressions to the subtle betrayals in speech patterns, the path to truth is paved with psychological insight. We explored the power of observing body language, dissecting verbal cues, and understanding the strategic art of interrogation. These are not mere tricks, but deeply researched and applied psychological principles that underpin justice. The human mind is both the weapon and the target. The pursuit of truth is an enduring human endeavor, and the techniques we've discussed represent humanity's relentless effort to unveil what is hidden. The ability to see through deception is a profound, if sometimes unsettling, power. It reminds us of the complexity of our own minds. What are your thoughts on these powerful psychological tools? Have you ever noticed these tells in your own life or observed them in others? Share your insights and experiences in the comments below. Stay vigilant, keep observing, and never underestimate the power of the human mind, both to conceal and to reveal. We encourage you to continue this exploration, to look beyond the surface, and to discern the truth that lies beneath. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.